Her name has become synonymous with leadership, and you may have seen her around coaching, speaking, and inspiring people on achieving success. She has defined and popularized the idea of success is within leadership, which has to date transformed the lives of 1 million people and helped organizations globally to grow exponentially. She is Payal Nanjiani, a globally acclaimed Indian American leadership expert and author. Her books act as a catalyst, inspiring people to change the way they think about themselves and to be the best versions of themselves. She's been an advisor to some of the most successful leaders and companies in the world. With nearly 2 decades of industry experience, Payal is one of the most called upon speakers and executive coaches in the corporate world for anyone who wants the best results. Her keynotes and workshops show you the precise methods on how you can achieve success and get to the next level no matter what. Payal has been featured on global magazines, America's news channels, and radio for redefining leadership. Her aim is to help the maximum number of people in the world experience success in their professional lives. Payal lives with the motto of success is within and believes that success can be achieved with speed and serenity. Are you ready to achieve unstoppable success and become a world-class leader?
Thank you everyone. Thank you Alok and Dhara. And back again on the stage, I'll be very honest, it's a privilege to be here and to speak to women. That's something I do not get an opportunity very often. Like I told you yesterday, my work happens to coach more men than women, so I will never leave an opportunity to come back here and speak to all of you. So a very good morning to everyone. Oh, I think we can do much better. Come on, a very good morning to everyone. That's better. Now, how many of you heard me yesterday? Anyone in the room here? Okay, fine. So for those of you who would not know me, I'm sure you're not going to remember what you saw about me. So connect with me based on that I am your good friend and mentor, and my name is Payal. Is that good? Okay. So taking this ahead, I would like to know all of your names also. Yesterday I got to know a few of the names, but I would like to know each of your names. So at the count of 3, loud and clear, give me your names. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Nice to know you all. So now I'm quite well connected with everyone. Okay, you know, all of you today look very energetic, and you are here to be unstoppable, correct? Yes, yes? No, I think I heard some of you, but I'll tell you what, the person to your right and to your left, I'm telling you, the person to the right and your left were not so sure. So just look at them, just look at them, just look at them and tell them it's high time that you are unstoppable. Please look at them. No, I'm telling you, if you would see from here, the person to your right and your left do not believe it. You know, friends, the reason I asked you to do this is simply because I truly believe, and this is something I believe from my heart, I truly believe that when it comes to the corporate world, see, I am all about the corporate world. My entire life has been coaching in executives and senior leaders, so I'll be speaking from that point of view. But I really believe that overall in the workforce, women have gone a long way. I get that. Most women have learned how to survive in the corporate world. Many have learned how to thrive. Only a few know exactly how to win. That's the difference that we see. Surviving, most of us have it. Thriving, many of us have got it. Winning is another game in the corporate world altogether. And so today, in the little bit time that I have with you, I'm going to just take you through this phenomena of winning, the concept with which I had written my 3rd book. Of course, the book was not aimed for women only, it was for everyone. And that's what I want to take you, because I see many women not getting into the zone of winning. How many of you here would tell me that you know it inside of you that you can achieve much more than what you are achieving? Can I have some show of hands and just know where I am, in which room I am speaking? Okay, so let me take it from there. in my own life, let me take a little step back. Whenever I am in the boardrooms in the corporate, I rarely see women. Now, I'm not talking about any representations. All that material is there on Google. I'm not getting there. Well, I'm talking from my own experience. And this I have seen a lot, not only in India, but throughout the world. I see less women in the boardroom. So after my workshops or sessions are over with these executives and I'm meeting with the HR, they would always question they would always ask me, that Payal, what do you think we should do so that we can have more women in the boardroom? What is it that we as a company can do? I said, nothing. Nothing? I said, no, I mean it, nothing. I said, you really cannot do anything, because if you see from where I see and travel around the world and you speak to people and do these sessions, you would know that the corporate world is doing everything it can to make sure that the women are empowered. I said, what needs is that women need to build one quality in them, and if they can build that quality, I assure you, each of us can go from surviving to thriving to winning. So what's that quality about? That quality is very simple, my friends. It's all about knowing how to take charge and lead. And if that one quality, every woman in the workforce can get it, it can be a game changer like it happened in my life. I'll take you back in time. I'll get off the stage because I cannot talk to you, and you know that. I'm going to talk with you, so I'm going to come into your life and talk to you as if I'm one-on-one with you. I'll take you back in time. 1996, I completed my post-graduation in human resources. And if you're calculating my age based on it, don't do it. I have a 21-year-old daughter, so you can almost imagine where I'm heading to, okay? So 1996, I stepped out of doing my post-graduation in human resources. I didn't want to join corporate America, big giants at that time. I said, I will work with a mid-sized company. So I joined this advertising firm. Things were good. Everything was going great. I was learning the work culture. I was living the so-called American dream. I was earning well, paying my bills. Things were fine. The only problem I had was with my team. With my boss. Now, not that she wasn't good at her work, okay? When it came to delivering the content and dealing with clients, oh, she was excellent. But when it came to dealing with people and managing people, oh, she was a boss you just did not want around you. I promise that. And so every single day, there were frictions between her and me. And slowly, after 3 months, 6 months of these frictions, I decided that I cannot continue here more. And I knew I didn't have another job. And at that time, I think we were entering into the recession in America when the bubble burst had happened. So anyways, I continued. And after 1 year, I did what any of us would do. I resigned, submitted my resignation letter. I said, we'll see what comes my way. After a few days, the vice president called me inside. You know, when you're in this mid-sized companies, just everybody knows you. So he called me in there. He said, Payal, the CEO of the company knows your work. Why don't you continue? We'll give you a different department, a separate role, and see where it goes. I said, fine, I'll grab it. What did I have to lose? And that boss also was good. So I took that. Things went well. After a couple of years, I got into the leadership roles. And it was that year of 2004. I still get shivers when I talk about it. I will never forget, because today what I am, it's all thanks to that. 2004, we were breaking for Thanksgiving holidays. And the CEO of the company decided to meet the leadership team one-on-one 5 minutes. So the moment he came in to meet with me, immediately I told him, Mr. James, thank you so much for helping me to grow and move ahead in my career. I so appreciate it. He looked at me, told me, have a seat, Payal. And I sat down. He looked at me straight in my eyes and said, sadly, I have not helped you to grow at all. You have got yourself stuck. And I'll be very honest, Payal, I worry about your success in corporate America. That entire smile from my face vanished. I looked at him, and he continued. He said, you know what, Payal, just listen to me very carefully. He said, each of us in our career life are going to face problems and issues. Undeniably, it's going to happen with anyone who's in the workforce. Challenges, bad bosses, problems. You're going to be pulled in all directions. He said, just name it. None of us will escape it. He said, but Payal, each of us will also be given 4 options in our career life. Option number 1, you just work heads down, take your salary, keep going. Option number 2, you quit, resign, go find another job, another company, another department, another country itself. Option number 3, you work heads down, make everyone around you happy, adjust to everyone, but at the same time, every single day you come to work in a state of frustration. And option number 4, you make yourself so powerful, you raise your leadership level to such an extent that outer circumstances and people cannot overpower you. That, my friends, he said, is take charge. I just sat there listening to what he said. He said, you know, Payal, it is, if you want to do something significant, just like you raised your hands, that I know inside of me there is something. He said, if you want to do something significant in your life, you have to know how to bring about a shift in your thinking. Because Payal, it's easy. It's easy to think average. It's difficult to think exceptionally different. And it is this difference that will decide where you will reach, where I will reach, and where everyone in the workforce will reach. 5 minutes over, he wished me happy Thanksgiving and left, and I'm sitting there and I still talk to him and I say, James, do you remember? I never wished you happy Thanksgiving that day. But I really want you to reflect on this, my friends, seriously. In your own lives, when things are pulling you in all directions, when you want to give your best but your own family doesn't treat you well and they don't trust your dreams, when you want to do something in the organization and you're passed over for those promotions, at that time, my friends, what options do you choose? And I underline, for most of the time, what options do you choose? That is something internal for you to bring that shift. What options are you choosing? And I'll be very honest, very brutally honest in this room. I am extremely grateful for that conversation that happened that day, because had it not happened, I would have succumbed long back. I would have succumbed long back in that environment of stepping out of corporate America and trying to do what I am doing. By the year of 2017, I would have never been named as the only women of Indian descent to be a leadership speaker, executive coach, and a book writer in a completely white male-dominated industry. And I share this with you, my friends, not to impress you, but to express to you the power it has of taking charge and lead. So what do you need to take charge of? You know, our corporate world tells us, come on, take charge of your growth, take charge of your teams, take charge of your family. Oh, let me tell you, all of these things are secondary. First and foremost, you've got to know how to take charge of your state of being. This is one thing that I tell women leaders. Your state of being. How are you showing up every single day at work? Have you ever observed it? How many of you watch TV? How many of you watch TV at home? Now, I'm not the only one who watches TV, and I'm sure. Come on, how many of you watch TV at home? Okay, when you're watching TV, and you're watching your favorite show with a glass of beer, not a glass of beer, with whatever you're having. That's typical me, right? You're having wine, okay. You're having wine, and you're watching your TV favorite show, and someone comes and snatches the remote and switches the channel, and now they are watching what they want to watch. Be honest, what do you feel like doing at that time? No, don't laugh, speak it out. What do you feel like doing that time? Snatch it back, what else? Throw the glass of wine, oh, that's a loss of the wine. And your loss again. So you feel like taking it back. Someone said, I just feel like slapping them. She said, I'll just throw the wine at them. My question to you, my friends, is, in reality, have you noticed that every single day you are giving your remote to everyone around you? Everyone, to the society, to your friends, to your boss, to just everyone. And you're not even planning to take it back. What state of being are you operating in? Are you operating in a state of being of survival? Okay, at least I am in the job. At least my work is going on. Looking at someone else and feeling, oh, they don't have that privilege also. She doesn't have it. At least, really? Or are you in an autopilot? Things are moving on, things are going good, family is being balanced, everything is fine, autopilot. Or are you in the flow state? I'll take you to the flow state today. Flow state, where you are constantly moving ahead, constantly going one goal to another, one thing to another, moving ahead as quickly as you can. You know, very lately in a media interview, I was asked this question, that Payal, why do you feel many women are not being represented in the boardrooms? They said, what is it missing? And I will give you the answer I gave in the media loud and aloud. It is a brutal truth, but a very sad truth. And it's going to hit many of you, you will not like it. But if you read that interview and you listen to that interview, I said, the reason is women do not like to succeed and grow in their career. He looked at me. He said, that's a bold statement. I said, it is not a bold statement. It's a truth. It's a sad truth of our times. And I said, I will tell you this by example. I said, everyone has asked me, why do I have more men executives in my coaching than I have women? That's a reason for it. I don't go advertising about anything. For every 10 men who come for coaching, 8 sign up. For every 10 women who come for coaching, 2 sign up. I'll tell you why. When a male executive comes to me and he gets to know and they will discuss the introduction call, they will get everything. The next day, they will think through and after a couple of days, they will sign up. Done. When a female executive or a female leader would come, and I don't think they would be an executive also, but when they would come for the coaching, it's the same process from my end. Okay? It's exactly the same process from my end. Here's what they do. They would go back home. Okay, now they will discuss with their family, with their friends, with their spouse, okay, that this is what I think they're doing, this is the cost of it, do you think I should invest? My question is, damn it, how does somebody know whether they should invest or not? That dream that you said right now when you put up your hand that I want to achieve, that's birthed inside of you, my friends. That has been given to you by the universe. It's not given to me. It's not given to the person next to you. That's birthed inside of you. If that seed is inside of you, in your gut, in your heart, in your mind and your soul, how can you get someone else to decide what's good for you and your career? How? That's one of the biggest mistakes we make. That's the remote control gone to somebody else. He never asked you. Why are you asking? Why are you afraid to invest in your own growth? Why are you worried that you will succeed? That's great for you. Because those of you who really want to succeed, and in fact I will include myself, those of us who want to succeed will know our direction clear. We will prioritize our growth. We will prioritize ourselves. You will nourish that seed. You will give everything that it needs so that it births, when it's out in a big way. You were given that by the universe, not somebody else. What I can do, you cannot. What you can do, I cannot. In fact, I have women who would come and ask me that, you know, Payal, can you tell me exactly how I should ask my boss, my company for a salary increase? Okay? Or how do I tell them that Payal, I'm capable for the next position. How do I tell them? You don't. You don't put your hands out for the role of a vice president or a director. You don't put your hands out. You have to know how to command it. And how do you command it? By working on yourself. Do you know what's the P&L statement of the company? Do you know what's the shares of the market and the company is going on? Have you any idea where the company is heading to? Are you talking in the language of business? I always tell women, please don't come to me in a state of victim. That's not me. I cannot coach you. I cannot motivate you. That's not me. Come to me if you are ready to grow, if you know that you will be able to get the time to do it. Otherwise, it's a waste of time and money for you and myself. So I want you to work on yourself a lot from now onwards, my friend. And one way that you can do it, you know, I know time is quite running out on me, but 1 minute, yeah. One thing that I would like to tell you is, I am. I just want you to put that together. I am blank, and then fill that. That will put all of the things together for you, right? So to wrap this up, my friends, here's what I would tell you. Challenges and obstacles are going to be in everybody's path, whether a male or a woman. Anybody's path is going to have obstacles and challenges. Now, it's up to you to decide whether you want to name your challenges and obstacles as gender-related problems or your career and dream-related problems. That's up to you to decide. So to conclude, my friends, here's what I would like to share with you. Our corporate world teaches us to put our hands out for everything. Give me more increase, give me more salary, give me more positions. It teaches us to put our hands out for everything. This, my friends, can never be a hand of a leader, never. This is a hand of a victim. and a hand of a victim will not take you too far in your life. I want you to really make this fist. Can you all do this with me? Can you make this fist? And I want you to be up. I'm going to change your state before I leave from here today. Up on your feet. Come on, up on your feet. Please, everyone. I do this only when I'm speaking to audiences like this, and it's so fun to do it, okay? I want you to repeat after me the word unstoppable, taking your hand and reaching out as far as you can. Don't look at your partner and say, only so much. No, no. Your remote is with you, okay? So for success, you've got to be unstoppable. You've got to be. I love you all. Thank you so much. And I hope we all stay connected. Thank you.